Born Shih in 1775, Shih grew up in the Guangdong province of southeast China, where she was a prostitute on a floating brothel. But in 1801, an encounter with Ching Shih, the commander of the Red Flag Fleet, would change Yi's life forever. Yi proposed to Shih. However, the nature of this event itself remains a source of speculation. Some say Yi ordered a raid on the bordello and captured his concubine, while others retain Yi simply asked Shih to marry him. By either account, Shih said yes to Yi's proposal, but only after Yi assured her that he would grant equal partnership in the fleet's leadership, as well as 50% of any loot. Under the joint command, the Red Flag Fleet exploded in size and prosperity. It grew from 200 ships at the time of Shih's wedding to 1,800 ships. As a result, it became the largest pirate fleet on the earth. Shih implemented a number of rules on the fleet. These were instant execution for those who refused to follow orders, execution for rape of any captives, execution for infidelity, and execution. Female captives were also treated more respectfully, and the weak, unattractive or pregnant were freed, while the attractive ones were sold or were permitted to marry pirates if acceptable. On the flip side, loyalty and honesty were rewarded. Ching Shih's husband died in 1807 at the age of 42, possibly from a tsunami or because he was murdered in Vietnam. Either way, this left Ching Shih's leadership in a perilous position. Using her business savvy and Zheng Yi's connections, Ching Shih managed to temper warring power-hungry captains from other ships and install her adopted son as leader of the fleet. Less than 2 weeks after the death of her husband, Ching Shih announced she would marry her adopted son. They soon became lovers, and Chuang Po's loyalty to her meant that she was effectively the ruler of the Red Flag Fleet. Under Ching Shih's leadership, the Red Flag Fleet captured new coastal villages and enjoyed total control over the South China Sea. Entire villages worked for the fleet, supplying them with goods and food. Any ship that wanted to cross the South China Sea was taxed. They also frequently plundered Ching Shih and the Red Flag Fleet, an East India Company employee named Richard Glasspool. He was held by the fleet for 4 months in 1809. He later estimated that there were 80,000 pirates under the command of Shih. The Chinese Qing dynasty naturally wanted to put an end to the Red Flag Fleet. Mandarin naval vessels were sent out to confront the Red Flag Fleet in the South China Sea. After just a few hours, the Mandarin Navy was decimated. Ching Shih used this opportunity to announce that the Mandarin crew would not be punished if they joined the fleet. As a result, the Red Flag Fleet grew in size, and the Qing dynasty lost a huge portion of its navy. The Emperor of China was humiliated that a woman was controlling such an enormous part of the land, sea, people and resources which belonged to him. He attempted peace by offering amnesty to the pirates of the Red Flag Fleet. At the same time, the fleet came under attack from the Portuguese navy. Though the Portuguese had been defeated twice before, they came prepared with a superior supply of ships and weapons. As a result, the Red Flag Fleet was devastated. After 3 years of notoriety, Ching Shih retired in 1810 by accepting an offer of amnesty from the Chinese government. The whole of the fleet crew was forced to surrender. However, terms of surrender were good. They were allowed to keep all of their loot, and several pirates were even granted jobs within the military and the Chinese government. Even Ching Shih's adopted son, Cheng Po, would later become the captain of the Qing dynasty's Guangdong Navy. Ching Shih had a son in 1813 and later had a daughter. In 1822, her second husband lost his life at sea. By now a wealthy woman, she then relocated to Macau with her children and opened a gambling house and was involved in the salt trade. Towards the end of her life, she opened a brothel in Macau. She died peacefully, aged 69, surrounded by family. Today, her descendants are said to still run similar gambling and brothel enterprises in the same area. and she is widely remembered through films, television, manga and folklore as one of the most fearsome and successful pirates in history. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please would you drop us a like, a comment and a subscription. It helps out with the algorithm no end. Thank you.